Slow English Story for Beginners. The Small Note in My Pocket. Segment 1. Nina was a beginner in English. She was not a lazy person, but she often felt tired when she tried to learn. English was everywhere, yet it did not feel close to her. When she opened an English video, the speaker sounded too fast. When she opened a book, the words looked heavy. Nina wanted to learn, but she did not want stress. She wanted slow English. She wanted simple English. She wanted a calm way. One quiet morning, Nina sat near her window with a cup of tea. The air was cool. The street outside was waking up slowly. She held her phone in one hand and a notebook in the other. She opened a lesson titled English for Beginners. She pressed play. The video started. "Hello, everyone. Today, we will learn," the teacher said. Nina tried to listen, but after 1 minute, her mind began to drift. The teacher's voice was friendly, but the speed was still too much for Nina. She paused the video and sighed. She felt disappointed. Then she said softly to herself, "I need English that is slower." Nina remembered her cousin, Farhan. Farhan had learned English slowly. He did not start with big grammar. He started with small daily sentences. Nina decided to visit him. That afternoon, she went to Farhan's house. Farhan welcomed her warmly. His home was simple and quiet. There was a small bookshelf near the wall and a desk with papers. Farhan offered her tea and sat down. Nina said, "I want to learn English, but I feel confused." Farhan nodded. "Tell me more." Nina said, "When I listen, it is too fast. When I read, I forget. I start, then I stop. Then I feel bad." Farhan listened carefully. Then he smiled gently. He said, "You are not the problem. Your method is the problem." Nina looked at him. "My method?" "Yes, you are trying to learn too much at once. Beginners need small steps." Nina asked, "What small steps?" Farhan took a small piece of paper from his desk. It was a simple note. He gave it to Nina. On the note, there were 5 short sentences. "Good morning. How are you?" "I am fine." "Thank you." "See you later." Nina looked at the note. The sentences were easy. They were also familiar. Farhan said, "This note changed my learning." Nina asked, "How?" Farhan said, "I kept it in my pocket. Every day, I read it. I said the sentences aloud, slowly. I did not rush. I did it many times. Then I started using the sentences in real life." Nina said, "Only 5 sentences?" Farhan nodded. "Yes, for 1 week, only these 5, no more. After 1 week, I added 5 new sentences." Nina felt surprised. It sounded too simple, but it also sounded peaceful. Farhan said, "Beginners need slow English, slow listening, slow speaking, slow reading. The brain needs time." Nina asked, "What should I do today?" Farhan said, "Today, do one thing. Write these 5 sentences in your notebook, then speak them slowly. Record your voice, listen to your voice. Do not judge, just listen." Nina smiled a little. "Record my voice?" Farhan said, "Yes. When you hear yourself, you learn faster. You also build confidence." Nina looked at the small note again. It was a small paper, but it felt like a plan. It felt like a path. Before she left, Farhan said something important. "Do not try to speak fast," he said. "Speak clearly. Clear English is better than fast English. On the way home, Nina kept the note in her pocket. She touched it once just to make sure it was there. She felt calm. She felt ready. That evening, Nina sat at her desk. She wrote the 5 sentences carefully. She spoke them softly, one by one. She recorded her voice on her phone. Then she listened. Her pronunciation was not perfect, but she understood her own voice. That made her happy. Before sleeping, Nina placed the small note beside her bed. She whispered, "Tomorrow, I will do it again." Call to action. If you want slow English stories for beginners, listen daily, repeat the sentences aloud, and follow this channel for calm English practice. Segment 2. The next morning, Nina woke up before her alarm. For a moment, she stayed still and listened to the quiet sounds of her home. Then she remembered the small note. She reached to the side of her bed and touched the paper. It was there. Simple. Real. It made her feel calm. Nina sat up and read the 5 sentences again. Good morning. How are you? I am fine. Thank you. See you later. She read them slowly. She did not rush. She did not try to sound perfect. She only tried to sound clear. After breakfast, Nina stood near the mirror with her phone. She opened the voice recorder. Her finger hovered over the record button. She felt shy. It is a strange feeling to record your own voice, especially in a language you are still learning. Nina almost stopped, but then she remembered Farhan's words, "Do not judge, just listen." She pressed record. She spoke the sentences one by one, leaving a small pause between each sentence. Good morning. Pause. How are you? Pause. I am fine. Pause. Thank you. Pause. See you later. Then she stopped the recording. For a few seconds, she stared at the screen. Her heart beat a little faster. Then she pressed play. She heard her own voice. It sounded different from what she expected. The pronunciation was not perfect. Some words were soft. Some words were unclear. But it was her voice, and she understood every sentence. That was important. Nina smiled gently. She made a decision. She would record every day, even if it felt uncomfortable, because comfort grows after practice. Later that day, Nina went outside to buy a few things. She walked to a small grocery shop near her street. The shopkeeper was a friendly man who often greeted customers. Nina usually spoke in her mother language. Today, she wanted to try one small English sentence, just one. When the shopkeeper handed her the items, Nina looked at him and said slowly, "Thank you." The shopkeeper smiled. "You're welcome." Nina felt a warm feeling in her chest. Her face became slightly hot, like she was embarrassed, but also proud. It was a tiny moment, but it mattered. On her way home, Nina repeated the sentence, "Thank you," again in her mind. She also repeated, "You're welcome," because she wanted to remember the reply. At home, she opened her notebook. She wrote, "Thank you, you're welcome." Then she wrote one more line, "Today I used English." In the afternoon, Nina received a phone call from her friend, Mina. Mina asked, "How is your English learning going?" Nina said, "I am trying something new, small steps." Mina laughed softly. "What small steps?" Nina explained the note method. Mina became curious. She said, "Can I try too?" Nina felt happy. Learning is easier when you are not alone. They decided to meet in the evening at a nearby park. The park was quiet, with trees and a few benches. When Nina arrived, Mina was already there. She looked at Nina's notebook and asked, "So what do we do?" Nina said, "We practice slowly, only 5 sentences." They sat on a bench and practiced together. First, Nina spoke a sentence, then Mina repeated. Then Mina spoke and Nina repeated. They corrected each other gently, not harshly. When they made mistakes, they smiled and tried again. A few minutes later, Mina said, "This is actually fun." Nina nodded, because it is not heavy. They practiced for 10 minutes, then they stopped. Nina remembered another important part of Farhan's method. Stop before you feel tired, so the mind stays positive. Before leaving, Nina said, "Let's do one real-life practice." Mina asked, "How?" Nina pointed to a small tea stall nearby. "Let's buy tea and say one English sentence." They walked to the tea stall. Nina ordered tea in the local language. When the tea seller gave them the cups, Nina looked at him and said slowly, "Thank you." The tea seller smiled and nodded. He did not look surprised. He did not laugh. It was normal. That was another lesson for Nina. People do not judge as much as we fear. Most people are busy with their own lives, and many people respect effort. That night, Nina returned home and played her voice recording again. Then she recorded once more. This time, her voice sounded a little clearer. She looked at the small note and realized something. The note was not magic. It was not special paper. The power was in repetition. The power was in calm daily practice. Before sleeping, Nina wrote one sentence in her notebook. "Slow English is strong English." CTA. If you are a beginner, do not rush. Practice 5 simple sentences daily. Repeat them aloud and follow this channel for more slow English stories for beginners. Segment 3. A week passed, and Nina did not stop. She did the same small practice every day. Each morning, she read the 5 sentences from the note. Each day, she spoke them aloud. Each night, she listened to her voice recording for a few minutes. It was not a big routine, but it was consistent, and consistency felt powerful. On the 7th morning, Nina woke up and smiled before she even touched the note. She already knew the sentences by heart. That surprised her. In the past, she forgot English quickly, but now the sentences stayed in her mind like a simple song. That afternoon, she visited Farhan again. She wanted to tell him what happened. Farhan opened the door and said, "Good afternoon." Nina answered naturally, "Good afternoon." Farhan smiled. "You sound more confident." Nina sat down and said, "I practiced every day, only 5 sentences. It worked." Farhan nodded. "Good. Now you are ready for the next step." Nina felt a small fear. "Next step?" Farhan said, "Yes. We keep the method. We do not change the calm style. We only add new sentences." He took another small piece of paper and wrote 5 new sentences. "Excuse me. Can you help me? I don't understand. Please speak slowly. Where is the bus stop?" He handed the new note to Nina. Nina read it slowly. These sentences felt more useful. They were for real life, for asking questions, for getting help, for communication. Farhan said, "Now you have 10 sentences, but you will still practice slowly." Nina asked, "How do I practice now? 10 sentences every day?" Farhan said, "Yes, but not all at once. Split them. 5 in the morning, 5 in the evening. Keep it light." Nina liked that plan. Before she left, Farhan gave her one more advice. "Do not keep English only at home," he said. "Use English outside in small moments. Small moments build confidence." Nina took the note and went home. That evening, Nina decided to try a real situation. She wanted to test her new sentences in a calm way. She did not want a big challenge. So she chose a simple place, the local bookstore. The bookstore was quiet. The shopkeeper was young and friendly. Nina walked in slowly. She looked at a few books. Then she decided to ask a question, even if she felt shy. She walked to the counter, took a deep breath, and said slowly, "Excuse me." The shopkeeper looked up. "Yes?" Nina continued, "Can you help me?" The shopkeeper smiled. "Sure. What do you need?" Nina felt her mind shake a little, but she remembered her practice. She spoke clearly, "I want an easy English book." The shopkeeper understood. He walked to a shelf and showed her a few books. Nina looked at them and chose one. She paid and said, "Thank you." When she stepped out of the shop, she felt proud, not because her English was perfect, but because she used it. She faced fear and stayed calm. The next day, Nina and Mina met again at the park. Mina had also practiced the 5 sentences for a week. She looked happier than before. Mina said, "I used thank you at the shop yesterday." Nina smiled. "Good." Mina asked, "What's next?" Nina showed her the new note from Farhan. Mina read it and said, "These are strong sentences." They practiced together. This time, they did something new. They acted out small situations. Nina pretended to be a stranger on the road. Mina pretended to be a helper. Nina said, "Excuse me, can you help me?" Mina answered, "Yes, what do you need?" Nina felt her mind shake a little, but she remembered her practice. She spoke clearly, "I don't understand." Mina said, "Okay, please speak slowly." They laughed gently, not because it was funny, but because it felt good. It felt like progress. Then they tried another situation. Nina said, "Where is the bus stop?" Mina pointed and answered in simple English, "Go straight, turn left." Nina repeated the directions slowly. They practiced for 10 minutes and stopped, just like before. They kept the learning peaceful. That night, Nina played her recordings from day 1. She listened carefully. She noticed the difference. Her voice was clearer now. Her pauses were better. Her fear was smaller. She understood a simple truth. English learning is not about big jumps. It is about small steps repeated many times. Before sleeping, Nina wrote a final message in her notebook. Small sentences, daily practice, real-life use. Then she added one more line. When I go slowly, I go far. CTA. If you are a beginner, practice 5 useful sentences daily. Use them in real life and follow this channel for more slow English stories that help you learn calmly, step by step.